There's a certain feeling you get the moment you step into a vintage-styled home, an unspoken warmth that whispers stories from another era. It's more than decor. It's more than colors or furniture. It's the quiet magic of nostalgia, the kind that stays with you long after you walk away. Today, we're unlocking that magic and showing you how vintage design can transform your home into a space filled with charm, character, and timeless beauty. Vintage style is not about collecting old things, it's about bringing soul into your space. It's about blending the past with the present in a way that feels effortless, natural, and deeply personal. And the best part? Vintage design works for every kind of home, small or large, modern or classic. You don't need expensive items or rare antiques. All you need is intention, creativity, and an appreciation for the stories objects carry. Let's begin with one of the most underrated secrets of vintage decor, the power of textures. Modern homes often lean towards sterile uniformity, but vintage spaces are rich with life because of how they mix textures: weathered wood, worn leather, delicate lace, aged brass, brushed linen, and imperfect ceramics. These surfaces tell a visual story. A slightly chipping wooden frame doesn't look outdated, it looks lived in, cherished, and meaningful. Textures create depth, and depth creates emotion. Color plays an equally important role. Vintage palettes are soft, calm, and deeply comforting. Think warm creams, dusty blushes, faded greens, muted blues, and earthy browns. These tones wrap you in familiarity the moment you step in. You're not overwhelmed. You're welcomed. You're grounded. You're home. Now picture a room with a simple, contemporary layout. Adding a single vintage piece, perhaps a carved wooden chest or a brass mirror with ornate detailing, can instantly shift the entire energy of the space. This is the beauty of contrast. When old meets new, magic happens. A modern sofa paired with an antique coffee table. Clean walls accented by a gallery of retro artwork. Minimalist lighting shining above a weathered dining table. These combinations elevate both styles, creating a balanced and memorable aesthetic. But one of the most charming ways to infuse vintage character is through accessories. Items like rotary-style clocks, retro telephones, vintage books, patterned vases, or delicate candle stands can gently guide your space into a nostalgic world without overpowering it. Even something as simple as a classic embroidered tablecloth or a patterned rug can transport you to a different time. Let's talk lighting, because lighting determines how a vintage room feels. Warm, golden lighting gives everything a gentle glow, like sunlight filtering through old windows. Lamps with fabric shades, lantern-style fixtures, or Edison bulb pendants create a soft, timeless elegance that modern lighting often cannot replicate. When light becomes warm and diffused, your space instantly feels more inviting, cozy, and human. And if you truly want to elevate your decor, incorporate pieces with history. These don't need to be expensive. Thrift stores, flea markets, antique shops, estate sales, and even your grandparents' storage boxes may hold treasures waiting to be rediscovered. A vintage suitcase can become a side table. An old typewriter can become a stunning conversation piece. A collection of faded postcards can become captivating wall art. Every piece carries a memory, and when you bring memory into your home becomes unforgettable. One of the most powerful elements of vintage decor is the art of displaying collections. Whether it's porcelain teacups, old cameras, vinyl records, woven baskets, or framed botanical prints, grouping similar items together instantly creates a curated, museum-like elegance. Collections show passion. They express who you are. They make your home feel alive with personality and intention. Now, let's explore vintage fabrics, an area where charm truly blossoms. Floral prints, stripes, paisleys, and delicate embroidery bring softness and soul to any space. Fabric isn't just decoration, it's emotion. A hand-stitched quilt on a bed, lace curtains that sway with the breeze, or vintage-patterned cushions on a sofa can instantly warm up your home. These fabrics remind us of slower times, simpler moments, and peaceful mornings. And that feeling is priceless. Speaking of priceless, let's talk about vintage furniture, the heart of the style. Vintage furniture pieces aren't perfect, and that's exactly what makes them beautiful. A chair with worn edges, a table with minor scratches, or a cabinet with slightly faded paint adds authenticity no modern factory finish can recreate. These imperfections are stories. And when you bring these stories into your living space, you create a home filled with depth and meaning. If you prefer a lighter touch of vintage charm, focus on wall decor. A single framed map, an antique mirror, retro posters, botanical drawings, or a gallery of black and white family photos can transform a plain wall into a nostalgic masterpiece. These pieces draw attention quietly and elegantly, guiding the viewer into a world of memories and artistry. Now consider your kitchen, a place where vintage style flourishes beautifully. Classic ceramic jars, copper cookware, enamel pitchers, floral dish towels, and wooden utensils create a warm, welcoming atmosphere reminiscent of traditional family kitchens. Even something simple like open shelving filled with old-style plates and cups can add a heartwarming touch. And then there's the bedroom, perhaps the best area to highlight timeless charm. A vintage iron bed frame, patterned quilts, lace-trimmed curtains, and warm wooden accents can turn a basic bedroom into a romantic retreat. Soft colors, floral prints, and warm lighting make the space feel peaceful and comforting, perfect for unwinding after a long day. Let's not forget the entryway, the first impression of your home. A vintage bench, a rustic mirror, a classic coat stand, or a woven rug can instantly set the tone. The moment someone walks in, they feel the charm before they even step further inside. For those who enjoy DIY projects, vintage style offers endless inspiration. Repainting old furniture with distressed finishes, converting old drawers into shelves, turning a ladder into a towel rack, or repainting frames in warm antique tones. These small, handmade touches make your decor feel personal, unique, and irresistibly authentic. If your goal is to master vintage home decoration, remember this: it's not about perfection. It's about emotion. It's about creating spaces that feel meaningful, comforting, and beautifully timeless. Mix eras. Mix textures. Mix stories. And let your home become a reflection of the memories, beauty, and charm that vintage style stands for. When you walk through your finished space, you shouldn't feel like you've created a museum. You should feel like you've created a home filled with warmth, character, and soul. A home that tells your story while honoring the past. A home that feels timeless, inviting, and unforgettable. As you explore vintage decor ideas, allow yourself to be guided by intuition rather than trends. Choose items that speak to you. Fill your home with things that feel meaningful. When each piece has purpose, the entire room comes alive with harmony and charm. That is the true essence of vintage style, creating beauty that lasts, inspires, and comforts. And when guests step inside, they won't simply admire your decor, they will feel it.